We're still down here in downtown Honolulu, and we're talking with some of the veterans from the 522nd that were in Germany in 1945. We've already talked with Harold and George, and now we're going to ask Stanley some questions. Stanley, where were you at this time in 1945?
I was, well, let's say, we were traveling all the way going towards southern Germany, and at that time, that particular time, it was cold, and there was some snow, and most of the 522 had already traveled ahead of us. We were about the last to get there, and by the time I got to the camp, I found that some of the boys that got ahead had made bonfire to keep themselves warm. I think we were allowed to make fires at that time. And surprisingly, there were a bunch of prisoners that had gathered next to the fire. And I looked at them and I saw that you couldn't identify one from the other, whether they were male or female. They were all in striped shirts, and they were real haggard, and it was a sad sight. But I didn't have much time to stay there because I had to keep on moving on, and that was it. The another thing I found out later, I think it was a day after, I was asked to go back a little bit. And what I saw was these prisoners getting out, going down the road. And surprisingly, what got me amazed was the fact that they were not going into the houses of the Germans. They were just walking down the street, going back. And another thing was I saw one prisoner skip hopping back. That's about it. But here I have something we did quite some time ago on this Holocaust project. I don't know whether you met this guy.
I read about it on the internet. I was reading about it that they had done quite a
We had done quite a bit with her. And if you want to investigate on the things we observed at that time, since our memories are poor now, but at that time we were able to tell quite a bit
Sure.
of things. And she recorded all of these, and she documented those in books. And I think if you go to the university, you might be able to find the evidence. That
I will look for that. Yes, and that's important. That's what we want to do too, is document all that. So you know what I thought was interesting. What you said is that when you at the bonfire, you saw the prisoners there, and you couldn't distinguish the men from the women. I've read and I've seen pictures that they were just looked like skeletons.
Right.
And their faces were all sunk in, and you could see their bones.
Right.
And how did that make you feel, seeing that? I mean, you guys had been through war. You'd seen people killed, the enemy and your friends, and then you see these prisoners. Because we really didn't know what was going on until you guys got there.
Yeah,
how did you feel?
Hideo Nakamine made all research. Remember, Hideo Nakamine. He has quite a bit of stuff. I don't know where his stuff's are. Anyway, he's the guy that handled most of this. And he got hold of a lot of the Jewish people too,
Yeah.
And
He passed away.
yeah, he passed away, so it's only like 3 guys with me. They're gone. So I'm the only guy that.
Yeah.
And like Hideo Nakamine, he interviewed me too, and he interviewed Bulldog Nishizawa. So he has something more than that, because he investigated most of the. Of course, even now, some other things come up that I think, wow, was it there? And kind of doubt me, but maybe I don't know. That he was there, but I know I can say who was with me,
Right.
but this person cannot say who and who was with him. You know, like I can say, oh, this the captain, Harris, Nishizawa, and Nobori, and myself. Like 4 guys, you know, can, but the other 3 guys dead already, you know.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, you know.
You know, that's right. It's hard. But Nakamine one is when they were alive, we interviewed them. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But he has told me that he had sent quite a bit of his stuff, his photos and so forth, to the Holocaust Museum in Washington.
They have quite a collection there.
Yeah.
Quite a collection.
His one is mostly interviewed when the people are alive. Yeah, so he can relate to. But if you're asking me, you don't know what I'm lying or what.
No.
I can say
No.
the 3 of us went together, you know, I can say who and who was with me. But some people cannot say, oh, he was with me or he was with me.
You know, and I think of it. I look at the books and I look at the pictures that I find and what I read, and it's just hard to believe that would have happened. That you know, that one group of people could be that cruel to another group of people.
Oh yeah.
It's mind-boggling.
Another thing, do you know there is a museum in Dacau?
Yes, and they still do tours at Dachau.
We went there after 1992.
You went to that's all when you
Yeah,
went.
he was there too. The museum, remember? You should, if you're interested, you should go and talk.
I need to go.
And the Dacau Museum in Washington, D.C.
Great one. And Masura, you were in Germany in 1945 as well?
Yes.
And did you go to any of the concentration camps?
Well, I was near. I can remember what he said about the animal that was dead on the roadside, and all these prisoners, Jewish prisoners with their cap and stripes, all gone and picking on the dead animal there.
They were eating the dead animals, trying to find food.
There was perfect house when we passed there. I know 1 or 2 hours later, half the house was gone.
And some of the stories I heard is that, well, you know, when we were having our dinner and so forth, like all the Jew prisoners used to come around, and when we throw away a slop, they were picking it up and eating, and then the bosses was down. Don't feed them, because if you feed them, they're going to get sick, because they haven't eaten for so long, they're going to overeat and get and then towards the end of the war, we were just riding on the with the 6 bicycles going through, and all these German prisoners with their hands up, walking back, and we going forward. They were all, and I thought they were kind of odd. Both sides of the road that we were going, they had their hands up like this. Going
So that's when what that reaction of people captured divisions.
I think by that time Germany really knew that the war was just about over.
So I asked one of the boys, they were in the forward observer, and they told them, put your hands up and go backwards, otherwise they would shoot them.
Nobody wanted to capture them.
They were too busy going for it, so they don't.
You see, actually Patton screwed us. Patton was so fast going around, and he had pockets here and there, all the way through, you know, until we hit Dachau. Because one area, we went in one town, and then we saw the infantry coming up from the other end. Say, is this town captured? I guess so. We captured it. we left it, and we're going this way. They're coming down from the other side. So I guess we captured it. We captured it. Right? I guess so. Because Papillon was so fast, and he left a lot of pockets.
All right. Well, I think we're about out of time, and I thank you.